It's a voluntary thing, so it doesn't actually affect the way you watch people's videos. I'd like to know how my viewers and subscribers feel about having a Patreon account. For those of you who might not know, Patreon is a system whereby viewers and subscribers of a YouTube contributor can pledge a certain amount of money every month to help that YouTube contributor raise money with a view to improving the quality of their videos. They can raise money to buy cameras, sound equipment, lighting. I've received quite a number of messages from people who have watched my video where I talk about if you want to help your favourite YouTube contributors, you can just click on an advert that comes on their video and they will receive a tiny bit of money for that. So I've received quite a number of messages from subscribers and viewers suggesting that I ought to set up a Patreon account. Some people don't like Patreon accounts because they feel like the YouTube contributor is sort of asking for you to give money. I don't have a problem with Patreon accounts. Most YouTube contributors who set up a Patreon account, as I said, they use the money to buy equipment so they can make better quality videos, which benefits everybody. Second reason why I have no problem with a Patreon account is, and I think this is the most important thing to consider, it's a completely voluntary thing. You don't have to do it. If you don't pledge money via Patreon, it doesn't affect the way that you watch people's videos. This is something that I'm considering. I'm going to give it quite a good deal of thought, because the last thing I want to do is to make anybody who watches my videos feel like I'm begging you for money. But I do think it would be a wonderful way for me to raise some money. As I said in that video where I talk about if you'd like to help, I want to get a much better quality camera. I want to get much better sound. I'd like to get some lighting, you know, those big, I'm not sure what they're called. You can get those big lighting sets to make good lighting for your videos. I'd like to make much better quality videos. I'd like to make more videos outside. I'd like to get a really good camera with a viewfinder so I can actually see what I'm filming. So I'm considering starting a Patreon account. I'd like to know what you all think of that. Most people who have Patreon accounts, they have different levels of money that you can pledge. So a lot of people actually say $1 a month or $3 a month or $5. And also you can build up to $20, $50, $100 a month. Most people I've noticed who give money on Patreon, they give $2 or $3 a month, which is wonderful. A few of my subscribers thought that I was worthy of $2 or $3 a month. That would be wonderful, because a number of subscribers doing that would add up to a considerable amount every month, and I'd be able to get more equipment. If I did set up a Patreon account, there would be some benefits for people who pledged money, such as if you pledged a certain amount, I could write you a handwritten letter, I could include your name in the credits at the beginning and the end of videos. This is something that I've got to think about very carefully. I'd like to know all your thoughts. What do you think about Patreon? Do you think it's a good idea? Would anybody even think that my quality of my videos and the content are worth $2 or $3 a month? I don't know. I have personal reservations as to whether or not what I put out there is worth anybody saying, yeah, I'd like to give Mark $3 a month for his videos. I don't know. I may set up a Patreon account and just say, hey, I'd be really grateful for $2 a month. You'll still be able to watch my videos and exactly as you can now without pledging money. I need to stress that very carefully, because a lot of people are of the opinion that if you set up a Patreon account and somebody doesn't pledge you money, then they're somehow locked out of your channel. That's not what happens. If I set up a Patreon account and you choose not to pledge any money, that's okay, that's fine.